everybody. I'm Dick Holloway, and I'll be doing the play-by-play for tonight's big game along with broadcasting buddy Jim McInerney. That's right, your roller superstars in action, your roller game of the week. It's been a great first half of action. The second half coming up with the Thunderbirds out in front, 48-47, over the tough New York Bomber team.
Well, you know, it is said that justice, if given time, will prevail, will triumph over evil. And that's exactly what happened tonight with Ralphie Valadares and Leroy Gonzalez. I'll tell you, it was quite a race. As you'll recall, 5 weeks ago, Ralphie Valadares and Leroy Gonzalez had a match race, and Leroy Gonzalez beat Ralphie, sent him to the hospital. Well, the commissioner said Leroy Gonzalez has to give a rematch to Ralphie Valadares, and that's what happened tonight. I'm telling you, Ralphie Valadares was ready. There was no trickery. Ralphie Valadares tore Leroy Gonzalez from one side of the track to the other. It was a great match race.
He sure did. You talk about wow. This crowd here was jam-packed at the Olympic Auditorium. Walls from here to there. The bodies were flying. That's right. And I tell you, now it's time to pause, sit back, kick back, and relax with the World Series time coming up. And we got a big special World Series report coming up with Mr. Bill Hoppy Hop at trackside.
Well, one thing I'd like to say right at the start, that with the World Series opening this weekend, I've heard a lot of prognostications from people with a lot of youthful enthusiasm about the fact the Thunderbirds are going to win it in 4 straight. And you know, that frightens me. I don't like to be a pessimist and put a wet blanket on every time somebody makes a statement. But I don't want the Thunderbirds to have to face 2 opponents. The Chicago Hawks are bad enough, but having to face the double opposition of overconfidence and the Hawks really frightens me. Now remember, you not only have to meet a Hawk team that has defeated the Thunderbirds every game but 3 in the last 2 years, but you have to go against El Fabuloso, and he may be, you discuss him as a pompous ass, but by the same token, he is tough and rough. The Thunderbirds are going to need all the help they can. I say they can win it, but not in 4 straight. And now let's get back and find out what Jim and Dick have to say about it.
Well, I'll tell you, the T-Bird fans all agree that the T-Birds are red hot. They are ready. And John Hall, the manager of the team, has done a masterful job of pacing the team so that they are razor sharp at this time of the year. This time of the year is World Series time, and the T-Birds are prepared. Well, just look at what they did to the New York Bombers in the semifinals. They took it 2 straight. The T-Birds won. They blew the New York Bombers right out of the water in the second game. So the T-Bird fans really think that the T-Birds can take this in 4 straight and beat the Chicago Hawks, and it's going to be one big weekend, I'll tell you, Dick.
I tell you, Jim, I wonder if the Thunderbirds can win in 4 straight. In the meantime, we got a second half of action coming up. Okay, hang on to your seats. We'll be right back.
Ernie Banks, Max McGee, Randy White, Frank Robinson, Leroy Kelly, the Honorable Alan Page and Bill Bradley, Al Kaline, Floyd Little, Tony Dorsett, Thurman Munson, Joe Morgan, Ken Stabler, Moses Malone, George Brett, the Big O, Oscar Robertson, Dick Butkus, Dave DeBuscher, Bill Mazeroski, Ken Griffey Jr.'s dad, Barry Bonds' dad, and Eric Metcalf's dad, Phil Esposito, Joe Theismann, Dave Bing, Carl Yus.
If you own a home, you know old windows can be a real pain. Sticking, leaking, impossible to clean. And the biggest pain of all is paying your heating and cooling bills. But it doesn't have to be that way, because right now you can save money on new energy-efficient windows from Century 21 Home Improvements. Call right now and you'll save up to $750 on premium custom-fit windows. Find out how easy it can be to beautify and better insulate your home with windows that virtually eliminate air leaks and help keep extreme temperatures out. Windows that reflect heat to help reduce energy loss and the harmful ultraviolet rays that fade your furniture and curtains. Our premium windows slide up with ease and tilt in for easy cleaning. These premium windows are top quality. Your vinyl frames and sashes are warranted not to chip, crack, or peel for as long as you own your home. So, you'll never have to paint again. Look, these beautiful windows are virtually maintenance-free, easy on the eyes and easy to take care of. You can trust Century 21 Home Improvements, America's most experienced home improvements business. Call right now and you'll save up to $750 on premium custom-fit windows that fit your home's unique style. There's no obligation. We even offer convenient financing to fit any budget. Best of all, your new windows will be custom-sized before they reach your home. That means no window spaces are left open overnight, because installation is a snap in any season. Don't keep wasting energy on those old panes.
Did you get it open?
Yeah, I got it open.
Call right now for a free in-home estimate and save on beautiful new windows from Century 21 Home Improvements.
Call 1-800-459-8877 for your free in-home estimate, and you'll save 10% up to $750 on energy-efficient windows from Century 21 Home Improvements. Call 1-800-459-8877.
The one guy that I remember probably first of all coming into the league was Ernie Ladd. I mean, 6'10", 6'9", 310 pounds. Ernie hit me out there in San Diego one time. So I'm floating back, and I see Ernie come clean. About that time I let it go, and he hits me. I saw gold, flashes, everything. Now, Ernie's helping me up off the ground. He said, hey, draw away. I'm not going to hurt you, Blood. I hit you high. I won't hurt those knees. It was the biggest, toughest guy going. He's not going to hurt me. He almost killed me. Watch NFL Night at the Classics, Wednesday at 8 on Classic Sports Network.
All right, here we go. The New York Bombers and the Los Angeles Thunderbirds, the second half of action. The T-Birds out in front, 48-47. We've got a Wimdinger going. All righty. You see the score, 48 for the Thunderbirds and 47 for the Bombers. Coley Morrell, the pretty blonde up in front, but who gets out there? Stephanie Garcia. There it is, the chicken. Here once again. The chicken, Jim. Not a mascot, just a chicken. Just a chicken. Debbie Heldon on the move with Stephanie Garcia on the inside. Both trying to pick up points for their respective teams. The Bombers in the blue and gold, and Debbie Heldon the white, the gold and the green. Moves out of there up to Marianne Carr. Carr in the back of the pack. She's a tall, lean one there. She's got that scarf around her head. Bright yellow, brazen gold yellow out there. Number 47, Marianne Carr. Thin as a whip. And on the inside, Stephanie Garcia. Look at Debbie. Debbie's firing for him now. Oh, look out. Can she get through? She's going to try to get through, but here she comes. The 5:15 coming to town. Look out. On the move, Debbie Heldon. And that's all for the Bells. It's a 3-4 Thunderbird points on it from 51-47. Jim, we got a Wimdinger going on.
I'll tell you, that's exactly why I think that these T-Birds are so razor sharp, Dick. Kind of skating like that. You're going to see some great skating action down here, Dick, every Saturday night, I'll tell you. This is a world championship team, Dick. Los Angeles T-Birds, I think they're going to go 4 straight. There's the chicken. I love this chicken. He comes down. He is just a...
Tell these people where this chicken came from, Jim.
Some fans got together and they said that we really appreciate the T-Birds. We love the T-Birds so much that we want to bring down this chicken for you. And he's been coming down.
It's unbelievable. No name, nothing. He's just a chicken. Woo! What are they going to bring next? I hope they can get an elephant in there. Oh, me, oh, my. We got 8 minutes and 5 seconds remaining here in this 5th skating period. And Donna Young, look out, the gal from Compton trying to get through. And Marianne Carr, the tall, slim one, the string beat. And now they're up to number 41, and she's a toughie, and they're Brenda DeShields. Look at this DeShields. She cooks out. Knocks Donna Young off her feet. Up to skinny Minnie Gwen Miller. They're going to work on her. 2 of them there. They're bombing her in there. Look out. Take that gal out of there. And continue to go. It's Marianne Carr moving forward on that track. Doing a number. And look out. Who she got along the neck now? It's Donna Young once again. And Young knocks her down like one of a buck in there. But the gals still got time left in jam time. But how many points? 3 points. 3 points picked up. And they get up to 50 now. But the Thunderbirds still on a slim lead, 51-50.
Well, Dick, you know, the World Series starts this weekend, and John Hall right there, there's the man that I think has really fine-tuned this team, paced this team to get into shape to where they are right now. Razor sharp, Dick. They are in superb shape. John Hall is just showing it right now. He is ready to go for this World Series. Whoa! You know, and one really exciting thing that I'm happy to hear is that San Diego, at the San Diego Sports Arena, they're going to host the 3rd World Series game Friday the 17th in San Diego. That's going to be quite a thrill to come on down. A lot of T-Bird fans in San Diego.
Well, Jim, I'm going to be down there personally to see that game, and I'm really looking forward to it. Now, the Thunderbirds are claiming they're going to win in 4 straight. That's right, 4 straight games. It's going to be something else. All right, 6 minutes and 31 seconds remaining. The score all night. Nope, it's not knotted up. They still have that 1-point lead. I was thinking they got 4. They got 3 on the last jam. Look at the chicken down there. Woo-hoo! All prettied up. And the crowd yelling, go, go, go. They want the Thunderbirds to knock them over here. All right. Let's see what they can do here. Oh, me oh my. The back of that pack, Debbie Heldon. And right behind her, number 48, Rose Milky Nope. It's number 48, Diane Severson. And now. Waiting to get in there. Both the gals about the same size. And it's this gal once again, Debbie Hellman. Hellman breaking on the pack. Go, go, go. Debbie Hellman. 5 minutes and 50 seconds remaining. A 1-minute jam time. And as you know, they have to break out of the back of the pack to jammers. They're the ones with the jamming on the front. Skate around that pack and pass one of the opposing members from the opposite team. That's the way it's go, the roller game. That's right. Now it's Searson to the rail. And Debbie Hellman. Debbie working hard here tonight and scoring bunches of points here tonight. Scoring in bunches. But can't she go by tough Brenda the Shield. Very unheralded gal in this team. Look at this gal cook out. Diane Severson. Oh, a double reverse knee block. A good one. But Hellman coming back with her. Hellman and Severson. Hellman reverses now. Severson, but she's running out of time. 2-1, and that's going to be all. She got one slip point, so the Thunderbirds increase her lead 52-50.
I'll say, these two girls, they are something else. They've been going at it all night. Hey, Dick, just real quick, just a reminder for all you fans who would like information on the T-Birds' upcoming game, just call T-Bird hotlines. There's 2 of them. They're here in Los Angeles and the Olympic area. It's Richmond 95171, and in San Bernardino area, it's area code 714-884-0178. Debbie Hilden, this girl, she's not going to quit. She knows she's got a big series coming up, but she's still not going to let Diane Severson get an inch, is she, Dick?
Well, I'm sure when you talked about the Olympic area, Jim, you were talking about the great Olympic auditorium, the historic Olympic auditorium. That's where all the games are held here on a Saturday night. All right, we got the gals. Skinny Vinny, Quinn Miller moving out of here. My partner, Jim McInerney, is working his way down trackside for a big interview. So hold on to your seats. And right now we got plenty of action with Skinny Vinny, Quinn Miller, and Marianne Carr. Carr, number 47, on the outside. Skinny Vinny Miller back to the inside again. In between the two. Sandwich up and they whiffle on the side. Down and out of there. She'll be back again. She's a fighter. But out goes Dolly Young. Marianne Carr trying to get the helmet of mist. They get up to number 8 and also trying to get by that gal. And I'll tell you, Judy Hellewell didn't even see him coming. And look out as Marianne Carr, the leading jammer, and John Hall, he blocks her out of there. John Hall knocked her over the rail and out of there. Oh, heel high. John Hall fighting fire with fire. But the Bombers picked up 3 big points. We'll send it trackside to Jim McInerney.
Well, Debbie Garvey is here with me, and Debbie, it's World Series time, and the question is, all the fans want to know, are the T-Birds going to be able to do it in 4 straight?
Jim, as you know, I'm so excited. As you know, this is my first year with the Thunderbirds, and I am so thrilled to be skating in the World Series. But to answer your question, yes, all of us are very confident that we're going to take this championship in 4 straight games. And with Ralphie Valadares back, I know we're going to do it.
Well, we have a lot of confident T-Birds. Well, let's see what happens. And back to you, Dick Holloway.
All right, it's so great to hear some of these fine, good-looking T-Bird gals, an intelligent gal. What she just spoke right up there, really gave her feelings of what she thought. And with Ralphie back, they're going to do it. 4 straight. Can the Thunderbirds do it? We'll find out. All right, so scored 53 for the New York Bombers and 52 for the Los Angeles Thunderbirds. They are the reigning world champions. Can they do it again? They want to win it in 4 straight and wrap it up. All right, 2 minutes and 23 seconds remaining. There's the chicken. Oh, me, oh, my. That chicken is something else. I remind you, this isn't the Thunderbird mascot. It's a real fun thing. Came down here. That's right. The chicken failed. Set him down. All right. 2 minutes and 8 seconds remaining. And pretty Patsy Delgado. Delgado getting out of there. Arm plates on foot now. Spreading that lead. Behind her, Diane Severson creeping up in a hurry. 1 minute and 56 seconds remaining now. The clock continues to move. Oh, yeah. Look out. Once again, that gal's got her number 41. Brenda the Shields to the backside. Diane Severson belts her one time. Now up to Debbie Helden again. The Helden trying to block her out with 1:38 remaining. The clock continues to move. And Helden belt her one time. Helden belts her again. Severson running out of time. To the back of the pack. It's the Shields and Patsy Delgado going up. But look at that. Look out. Debbie going at her. But oh, look out. Severson is fit to be tied now. Diane Severson. Oh, look out. Debbie Helden fighting fire with fire. And they are going to get no score. Referees Lastra. No, they won at 1 point. Oh, 1 point in there. They picked up 1 point. The Bombers 54-52.
Dick, as I see E.G. Miller standing there, it reminds me that as we reported this was exciting. E.G. Miller was reprimanded for running away from Ronnie Raines in their last match race, Dick.
I'd run away from him, too.
Well, E.G. Miller, that's what he got his hand slapped pretty good. And this Georgia Haas, Dick.
That's right, Jim. She is in trouble for being prejudiced to Debbie Hellman. Just continually mocks her. Continually. Well, we're running out of time with 25 seconds remaining here. 54 to 52. New York Bombers out in front here in the fifth skating period. It's Marianne Carr right behind her. The likes of Donnie Young. 18 seconds remaining. The clock continues. We're down to 15. She goes up the middle. She gets sandwiched. She gets knocked down hard. 13 seconds remaining. She'll be back up again. Donnie Young gets blocked out again by the Shields. 8 seconds remaining. Coming back down again. They'll make a run for it. Skinny with another. Oh, high. Leapy Lita knocks her down. Look out. Here comes Donnie Young. Run out of time. You've got 4, 3, 2, 1. She doesn't get around in time, but one slam coin picked up with the Thunderbird gal.
Well, Dick, I'll tell you, we have had a great game so far. We're going to keep coming back with a great game. We'll be right back after this word.
And there it goes. Williams has done it.
Classic Sports Network, where the legends play.
Do your family pictures come out looking like this or like this? Now get the complete picture with the incredible 2-in-1 panoramic camera. It not only takes normal pictures, but when switched to panoramic, it takes wide-angle shots such as group photos, vacation scenes, landscapes, and other fun shots. Make no mistake, this is not a disposable camera, but a real camera with all these extras, plus a panoramic lens that doubles the width or height of any picture. Other panoramic cameras limit you to only wide-angle shots, but not the 2-in-1 panoramic. When you want to take close-up pictures, just switch to normal mode. The 2-in-1 panoramic camera is only $19.95 through this special TV offer. Best of all, it doesn't require special film. It uses 35mm film. And if you call in the next 10 minutes, you'll receive 100 rolls of premium 35mm film for free. Hurry, supplies are limited, so call now. Satisfaction guaranteed or your money back. Have your credit card ready and call 1-800-344-4888. That's 1-800-344-4888. Call now.
Fight Facts. This is your opportunity to call the shots. What's the best fight you've ever seen? Or what's the best fight you've never seen but always wanted to? Classic Sports has the largest fight library in the world and wants you in our corner. This is your opportunity to let us know what boxing memories you want to see. Send your entry to Classic Sports Fight Memories, Murray Hill Station, P.O. Box 1830, New York, New York, 10156. If we broadcast your memory, we'll send you a Classic Sports t-shirt. Classic Sports, where the legends fight.
Look out, you see that whistle being blown there by Don Laster. That's right, one of our fine referees doing an excellent job here tonight. The sixth skating period, 9 minutes and 50 seconds remaining of this 10-minute period. 54 to 53, you see the score. The Thunderbirds down by 1 point in that scoring column. See what they can do. We got a dynamite men's team here tonight for the Thunderbirds and a dynamite men's team for the New York Bombers being led by Gregory Quinn, Kenny Saunders, Georgie Fernandez. Uh-oh, look at that. Look at that little sneaky one. Georgie Adams, along with James Scott and Leroy Bad Boy Gonzalez. But right now it's Quinn who gets belted down by Sam the Man. Sam Washington on the move up to Georgie Adams. I remember number 44 out there, Georgie Adams, looks a lot like number 48. Leroy Bad Boy Gonzalez, but you can tell Gonzalez when you see him. He just got something about that face you'll never want to forget, Jim.
He's the one with the foam coming out of his mouth.
Oh, P.O.Y. Look out. Number 2, Sam the Man. A little wrestle action right up in front of him. Gregory Quinn and George Adams. Oh, he pulled them all down. Up in front of Ronnie Second Range. Sam, he darts by one. He's running out of time. He darts by another. He comes back again with 3, 2, 1, and that's all. Look out. Sam will show him how to dance in there. 2, Thunderbird points. The Thunderbirds go out in front. 55 to 54. And
Dick, that's what I'm talking about, being razor sharp. Sam the Man Washington, this guy is ready to go. And I really believe they're going to go 4 straight against El Fabuloso's Hawks.
Well, they really could, Jim, but I doubt it. There's the chicken. Now, you know, a great man once said that's nothing but high-energy fun out there.
Yes, indeed.
That chicken. 8 minutes minutes and 22 seconds remaining. And I hope they don't send our director Godzilla out there. Oh, did I say that? Bigfoot. Big Mouth? No, that's us. Okay, 8 minutes and 10 seconds remaining. What a game we got in store here going on. It's something else. 55 to 54. The Thunderbirds out in front by one slim point. That's right. 55 to 54. Number 42, Kenny Saunders, one of the fine, excellent skaters on this New York Bomber team. Number 3, Ray Robles, a young rookie veteran on this team. When I say a rookie veteran, he's had a lot of games this year, but he's still really a rookie. All right, with all the great talent, the number of years on this team, the likes of the Ronnie Cycle Reigns, Danny Riley in the back of the pack. And look out, they blocked him out. That's the man, number 48. See him working in the back of the pack. Leroy Gonzalez. And look at this Kenny Saunders skate. But can he get by the 3-time national speed skating champion, Ronnie Cycle Reigns? Just waltz alongside him. Razzle dazzle. And look out. The cycle goes to the inside. And look out. He belts it. Oh, me. Look out. Oh, my. Right over the side. 7:15 remaining. And 4 points a young man picked up. 4 points. 58 to 55. They are out in front now of the New York Bombers, Jim.
Well, Dick, you know, as we watched Ronnie Reigns on that last jam, I'm so happy to see this team just skating so well because the World Series is starting this weekend, and it's going to, I really think the T-Birds, I've never seen them skate so well as a team together, as individuals. Ralphie Valadares is doing a great job. It's all coming down to it. And look at this. El Fabuloso, he says, no, they're not going to, T-Birds are not going to take it 4 straight. He's saying he's going to take it 4 straight. El Fabuloso, Roberto Juarez, that's the man the T-Birds are going against, and it's all coming up. Starts this weekend. You know, in the third game, it's going to be down in the San Diego Sports Arena, Friday the 17th.
Well, like you say, Jim, these two out there, they are the head kingpin to their team, but they won't be doing the skating out there. They can say all they want as far as I'm concerned. El Fabuloso could say he's going to win it. John Hall could say the Thunderbirds are going to win 4 straight, but it's the men on the track. The fan support, how they feel that night. So many things involved in Jim, and 4 straight is very, very difficult.
Sure it is, but I really feel the T-Birds are really up for the World Series, and it's going to start this weekend. We'll find out real quick, won't we, Dick?
All right, 5 minutes and 53 seconds remaining. This is 6th skating period, and Frankie Macedo, the veteran of many, many years on the bank track, is getting knocked down hard at time, and Leroy Bad Boy Gonzalez. And the referee, he threw a helmet at the referee, and the referee slapped a fine on him. I believe he's put him in the penalty box. And what else?
E.J. Miller not very happy, I'll tell you. I don't know what he's saying, but I know this guy is not happy one bit. Well, hang on to your seats as this guy is being thrown in the penalty box. We'll be right back after this word.
I'd like to have people say he was a winner. He was a champion. He was there. He was one of the greatest clutch players that ever played. He was Mr. October.
You're watching Classic Sports Network, where the legends play.
What's your favorite sports memory? Is it Reggie's 3 homers in Game 6? Or Michael's 6 3-pointers in Game 1? Or maybe it was the time you and your dad had the best seats in the house. We want to hear your favorite sports memory and maybe put it on the air. Classic Sports Network invites you to send us your favorite memory, whether it was a moment seen round the world or one that only you know about. Write it down on a postcard, mail it in, and if we tell your story, you get star billing and a Classic Sports logo t-shirt. Send your favorite memory to Favorite Sports Memories, Classic Sports Network, Murray Hill Station, P.O. Box 1830, New York, New York, 10156. Because if it meant something to you, it means something to us.
There she is, Darlene Lenoir de la Chapelle, and she has been injured, folks. That's right, she has been injured, and El Fabuloso's been acting sort of weird to her tonight, if that's a proper terminology. He acts like this gal shouldn't be allowed to get hurt out there. She's indestructible. Pretty gal. I'll be back in action once again. All right, the score 58 to 55, and during this intermission, we're telling you why you have to be here to see all the action. See this pretty gal at number 45, Laura Gregory, watching the action. All kinds of things have happened. Oh, you know what is broken loose on here. Leroy Gonzalez has been thrown out of And boy, do I enjoy calling it to you. All the action that we can show you right here. This fine VIP video crew. Got jillions of cameras down here, but you just can't see it all. You got to be down here. Oh, me, oh, my. 58 to 55. The New York Bombers out in front of the Los Angeles Thunderbirds. And you talk about 4 straight games. It's possible the Thunderbirds could win it in 4 straight, but it would be a miracle as far as I'm concerned. This team, the Chicago Hawks, led by El Fabuloso, is very tough, and that's the man, El Fabuloso, right there, that'll be leading his team. Oh, yeah, 3 minutes and 5 seconds remaining here in this 6th skating period. Number 1, you see him, Dave Martinez back in action once again with the Thunderbirds. Doing a good job, but this time getting seated. That's right, seated down hard by Kenny Saunders. A young man, number 42, a fine skater. The colors, the blue and the gold. But he has to give a Ronnie Psycho rein to back of the pack. The Psycho belts him one time. Belts him again. Belts him again. Little karate chop. He's going to bite him. Oh, he ripped him. Oh, he butts him with his head. The Psycho, look at the crowd. Oh, wow, balloons all over the place. And got him tied up. Oh, E.G. took a punch at him. Missed him. Hit Kenny Saunders to the Psycho. The Psycho belted E.G. Miller. There's so much action. Oh, what a game. What a game. Unbelievable action here tonight. Oh, yeah. You talk about a fun place to be. And now he's fighting the leg over here. Down to Jim McInerney trackside.
Well, here with me is Miss Georgia Haas. And Miss Georgia Haas, it's World Series time. It starts this weekend. Can you tell me, you think the T-Birds have a chance of winning it 4 straight?
T-Birds win 4 straight. No way. The Hawks are going to take the champion. T-Birds will not be champions. There's just no way. We'll prove it this Saturday night. There's no way they're going to win.
What do you think, E.G. Miller?
Just like Georgia said, there's no way the T-Birds are going to win it 4 straight. I've taught El Fabuloso everything I know. Along with Georgia, I've been around a lot longer than he has. You know how these T-Birds skate. They're dirty. They don't know how to skate at all. They're not going to win.
Well, it all starts this weekend. We'll see what happens. Dick Holloway, take this one away, please.
Oh, look at, they're all talking down there. So much going on. Ronnie Reyes has been going around and annihilate El Fabuloso, fighting Georgie Fernandez. The chickens watching the action. We got the great people just standing up, enjoying themselves. But in the meantime, the New York Bombers have a 58 to 55 lead with 1:13 remaining. The 6th skating period. So much action tonight. A great interview by Jim McInerney with Georgia Haas and E.G. Miller. The fans going wild here tonight. And look at the crowd. Family fun. That's right. You see them all ages. Young man intently watching the game. His 3 young sons watching the game. Young lady. And look at the chicken. The chicken enjoying himself. And that's right, Jim. Here comes Danny Riley. The carrot top. The red hat. And after him, oh, the little man. Georgie Fernandez. I cannot hear myself over the voice of this crowd. The crowd going ecstatic here tonight. 35 seconds remaining. Danny Riley, the steamroller, on the move. He looks like that, as I said before, the 5:15 coming into the subway. And here he comes. Danny Riley, 23 seconds remaining. 21, 20, 19 seconds. Oh, they're down by 3. And here he comes. Riley, he's chirping up the engine. He gets 2. He's on the look at the crowd. Going wild. 2 more. He wants a grand slam. He wants all 5, 7 seconds, 6 seconds, 5 seconds. And here comes Riley. He takes the last one. Over the top. It's Danny Riley. A grand slam. 5. Thunderbird toy trophy. Oh, my. After we go to commercial, hang on. He is gone right now. He has no legs at all. And 10 seconds to go in a round there. The left hand down again. It's all over.
You're watching Classic Sports Network, where the legends play.
You've seen this product advertised for as much as $120. Now you can take advantage of our warehouse blowout sale on the body shaper that's taking the country by storm, the Ab Power Deluxe. Let the Ab Power Deluxe roll your upper body into the safest, most effective position to isolate and work your abs completely. In just minutes a day, you can lose inches off your stomach, improve your health, and have sensational abs. And it's great for men and women of all ages.
The Ab Power Deluxe helped me lose 4 inches off my waist.
You can get the Ab Power Deluxe for only 4 low, easy payments. And as a bonus,
You'll receive free an exercise guide showing you how to get the maximum results from this amazing product. That's a $19.95 value free. Get the abs you've always dreamed of.
To take advantage of this special offer, call 1-800-361-3113. This is the original Ab Power Deluxe. Don't accept imitations. Call 1-800-361-3113.
Hi there, everybody. I'm Mark Scott saying, welcome to Home Run Derby.
Play ball!
It's a home run or nothing here on Home Run Derby. If it's in the strike zone, you'd better swing at it.
Play!
In my day. Well, keep on swinging. That's the game. Fellas, today you're going for the big money. Holy Toledo. Man, he belted that ball. So long until tomorrow. Hank, you're making a career out of Home Run Derby.
Batter up!
Home Run Derby swings for the fences every weeknight on Classic Sports.
The T-Birds are going crazy because they got a 2-point lead here over the New York Bombers. The fans are going crazy, and the ladies are on the track for skating period number 7.
That's right. They're out in front 60-58. 2-point lead after a big grand slam, and there's one of the fine youngsters watching the game, biting the nails and really enjoying it. All right, we told you, tooth and nail. Colleen Morrell, who hails from Australia, currently living in Glendale, California, knocked that gal out of there. That's right, Cola Polidor. Polidori. Woo, what a name. Look out, back again. Cora Polidor from New York, now currently living in Hollywood. 9 minutes and 18 seconds remaining in the 7th skating period, and we got a threesome coming up. A little Colleen goes right over the top. What a beautiful hold down hard. I hope no one's injured in there, Jim. As Colleen went down hard, picking up 1 point the hard way.
Number 5, Colleen Morrell. Now that gal, she has gone through quite a bit this year, Dick. She gave birth to a child. She is coming back, and she is stronger than ever. She is skating great out there, and what a team skater. What a spark she is to the T-Birds. They've got this team going and ready to go. John Hall's out there saying, this is how you do it. This is how you get up there.
Well, you see, John, he couldn't have done that a few months ago. She weighed a few hefty pounds more. But in the meantime, you're seeing that sign out in the audience there, one of the fine signs the Thunderbirds fans bring out here to the games. Makes me think it's a sign of the times. The Thunderbirds are saying 4 straight, and there's a chicken, Jim.
That chicken.
What can you say when you see something that looks like that?
The chicken's just having fun out there.
Feather me a nest. Oh, me, oh, my.
Chicken delight, huh?
Look out. 61-58 the score. 8 minutes and 12 seconds remaining. And some kind of good game here. And the crowd, there's one of those blues you're telling you about. Go T-Bird Blue. 8 minutes and 1 second remaining. Stephanie Garcia, number 43, shoving aside Patsy Delgado. The Thunderbirds still with a slim 3-point lead. Now, who's going to stop this gal? Stephanie Garcia looks like the lights of Skinny Minnie Gwen Miller. Gwen Miller, the back of the pack. You see her in her customary jersey number 6, and look out! From the backside, Brenda DeShield. DeShield pops her in there, and E.G. Miller pulls her down from the backside. And the two gals busted their way through. Brenda DeShield doing knocked down hard. Judy Hellewa for the back of the pack, and continue to move out and picked up 3 big points and tied up that score. And Jim, there's rumors of Bob also is going to bring something down next week.
A Humpty Dumpty. I think his fans are going to bring him down.
A look-alike.
Wouldn't that be great? Speaking of next week, though, next weekend is the start of the World Series, Dick, and that's where the T-Birds are going to either shine it or go home without the World Series. Uh-oh, look out. Without a World Series trophy. It's going to start next weekend. And look out, Diane Severson, this gal is just one wild cat. There's the chicken we've been talking about.
Look at the legs on that chicken. Look at the legs on that chicken, Jim.
Chicken legs, huh?
I thought the chicken had feathers on their legs too, Jim.
Dick, I know that you may not agree with me, and I really think the T-Birds have a real good chance of taking it 4 straight, the World Series. The chicken thinks so.
You know that, if you notice, the chicken's mouth is open all the time. All the time, Jim. It's going, yo, go, go for T-Birds.
Yes, indeed.
Woo, all right.
We want to thank those fans for bringing that chicken down. It's been a great deal of fun having a chicken out there.
Well, I understand a whole bunch of them brought it down, but for some reason nobody wants to say which one it was. It's a cute chicken, but what more can you say a chicken is a chicken.
I'll drink to that.
I wonder what kind of eggs it lays, brown ones or white ones? Oh, look out. We got less than 6 minutes to go. The score is 61-61. The Thunderbirds in the New York Bombers. And look at this gal, Diane Severson. When she wants to skate pretty out there, the gal can do it. A pretty gal, a very fierce competitor, and very, very tough. The helmet being picked up by number 8, the little gal, pretty Julie Hellewell. Let's see what Julie Hellewell can do against the big veteran. Strong, competitive skater, number 48, Diane Severson. I have a feeling the rookie isn't going to do too well out there. Well, let's hope for it, folks. Nope, there's not too much hope this time. But in days to come, she will be back, believe me. Julie Hellewell, remember that name. A star of the future. All right, it's Diane Severson with 5:15 remaining. And E.G. Miller belt down Hellewell for the back of the pack. And Severson going to work on Debbie Helden. And E.G. Miller, the two of them belting down. Here comes John Hollop after E.G. Miller. In the meantime, it's Severson. Severson with 5 minutes remaining on the clock. It's coming right on through that pack. Skating not real fast in there, but just enough to pick up points. I believe she got 3 points. 3 points in the Bomber squad from 64-61.
Debbie Hilden and Diane Severson still ready to go at it, and as Don Laster, the referee, is trying to break it up, I'd like to, look out. Debbie Hilden ready to just take off Severson's skate there. Hey, just a reminder for all you fans who would like information on T-Birds and their upcoming games, just call T-Bird hotlines. There are 2 of them in the Los Angeles area. It's Richmond 9-5171, and in San Bernardino area, it's area code 714-884-0178, and Georgia Haas talking to Debbie Hilden, and it's not too friendly there.
Well, when you say talking, I don't know if that's a mild way to put it. They're yelling and screaming at each other down there. A couple of fans getting at it with Georgia off on the trackside, but the score is 64 for the Bombers and 61 for the Los Angeles Thunderbirds. 4 minutes and 3 seconds remaining here in the 7th skating period. It's been one heck of a game here. That's right. Been really a great game here today. With the score 64-61, it's been some kind of exciting game here, right on the tip-top condition. That's right. With 3 minutes and 45 seconds remaining, the score continues to be 64-61. And look at the gal, Debbie Garvey, having all kinds of trouble there with Stephanie Garcia. Garcia moves to the inside, and Debbie Garvey down. Then the gal continues to move forward, and there's Stephanie Garcia. Up to the back of the pack, going to get up there very quickly. And look at Darlene Langlois de la Chapelle talking to Georgia Haas in there. 3:22 remaining. The clock continues to move, and it's up to this gal, Skinny Minnie Gwen Miller, to stop Stephanie Garcia. Garcia belts her one time, but now back again. Look out! Brenda De Shields right into Garcia. And Skinny Minnie did a job in there. And we're going to have a big interview coming up, so you folks hold on very shortly with Jim McInerney and Ralphie Valadares.
Well, Ralphie Valadares is here with me, and Ralphie, it's that time of year again, World Series time. Are the T-Birds able to do it 4 straight against the Chicago Hawks?
Well, Jay and Wayne, no, the experts seem to think so, and I'm sure I'm glad that somebody thinks they have that much confidence on the T-Birds. We've been in the World Series many, many times, and each time where it's a very tough thing to do to be able to be in the World Series. But I tell you one thing, I do promise you one thing. If we don't win 4 in a row, I guarantee that we will win the championship. That I know for a fact, because that's a positive we really think.
Well, it's great to have confidence like Ralphie Valadares. Take all away, take it away.
All right, back to the action here once again with 2 minutes and 25 seconds remaining. The score 64-61. The New York Bombers out in front here. Oh yeah, it's really been some kind of game with all kinds of excitement, all kinds of action going on. Balloons everywhere, chicken. It's crazy time here at the Olympic Auditorium. All right, let's see with 2 minutes and 4 seconds remaining here. 2 minutes and 3 seconds remaining. The clock continues to run, and it's Skinny Minnie Gwen Miller. Gwenny Miller coming up the back of that pack. Let's see what the gal can do. Look out, up to Diane Severson. Severson back there trying to belt her, trying to keep her out of there. 1 minute and 49 seconds ready. The clock's still running. Severson belts her one time. Skinny Minnie still trying to look out! Okay! It's E.G. Miller. Diane Severson colliding. And 1 Thunderbird point, but they're still down, Jim. 64-62. Look at that.
Oh, look at this Skinny Minnie Miller. She is one of the greatest things ever to come along since Ralphie Valadares. I don't know. Miller. I'll tell you, this gal adds so much excitement to the T-Bird team, and the fans love her. She's just such an added plus. Not only can she skate great and just magnificently fine-tuned, but she's just such a delight to be around.
That's for sure. Look at this
Speaking
E.G.
of
Miller.
delights, there isn't one. E.G. Miller. This guy, he was reprimanded. That's right, by the commission. Told you are not supposed to run away in a match race against Ronnie Raines.
Maybe his double is inside that chicken, if you know what I mean about being reprimanded for running away from Ronnie Raines. All right, there's only 48 seconds remaining in this is 7th skating period. 64 to 63. The Bombers out in front by 1 slim point. That's right, 64 to 63. The Thunderbirds are awarded 3 points for the last jam. 37 seconds remaining. Here comes Debbie Helden now. Helden coming up the backside. Marianne Carr. Belter one time. She's got to get her out of there. Got to get her. She got her out with a fine move. 29 seconds remaining. She needs some help. Chloe Merle cut over late tree. The chicken cheered them on. 24 seconds remaining. In a hurry comes Debbie Helden. The back of the pack down. She's reached up in front. Judy Hallowell. Up in front. Patsy Novetto. Up in front of her. Down the up. Entire Thunderbird team way up in front. Trying to skate away. The Bombers. 12 seconds remaining. But the gals are picking them off one by one. 9 seconds remaining. Patsy Novetto picks up another one. Pellinora. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. And Debbie Helden gets the final skater. And that's going to be it. As 5 points are picked up.
Oh, Debbie Helden doing her thing. That's why the T-Birds, I think, can do it 4 straight. New York 64, T-Birds 68. They'll be right back.
He gave us a goal, he gave us a direction, he gave us a dream, he gave us an image of where we wanted to go, and made sure we went there.
You're watching Classic Sports Network, where the legends play.
Greer putting the ball on play. He gets it out deep, and Havlicek steals. Havlicek stole the ball. Now there's a steal by Murr. Underneath the DJ lane. What a play by Murr.
Breaks the tackle at the 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. At the 50, he may go. Touchdown!
I'm Larry Zonka, and you're watching Classic Sports Network.
Well, the Thunderbird gals came through in fine style, Jim. That's right. This Dick Holloway calling for you. Long one. Broadcasting buddy Jim McInerney. Trackside with the Thunderbirds out in front, 68 to 64. Some excellent skating by the entire Thunderbird team. With the likes of Debbie Helden skating her foolhardy heart out here tonight. That's right. All right, 9 minutes and 42 seconds remaining. It's Gregory Quinn. Quinn, that was the ball. Here comes Ralph Rivalero. All right, Ralphie really doing it to him. He said, I use my elbows. That's right. The great veteran, over 20 years on the bank track, Ralph Rivalero. 68 to 64. Look at Ralphie. He's really shining here tonight. Trying to go back to Jim, he went right out the door. Did you see that?
Ralphie Valadares is going out the door. He's coming up to pick up some more points. He still has time. Valadares is on his way. Uh-oh.
Well, I tell you, he sure didn't look like Argentina Roca out there. The Thunderbirds picking up 2 more points, 70 to 64. When I'm thinking of Argentina Roca, you see these two guys here. Look out, Ralphie Valadares and Leroy Gonzalez. It makes me think about this great historic Olympic auditorium.
Oh, it sure does. But I'll tell you, these two guys right here, Ralphie Valadares and Leroy Gonzalez, are ready to get back in and do it again. You know, I'll tell you, look out. You know, every Saturday night is T-Bird fever night here at the Olympic Auditorium in downtown Los Angeles. And what a great historic arena Olympic Auditorium is. Since being built for the wrestling and boxing events in the 1932 Olympics, look at how far it's come. It's been in everybody's living room on television one time or another, Dick.
Been in mine, that's for sure. All right, 8 minutes and 16 seconds remaining in the final skating period. There you see that chicken. That's right. The fans brought that chicken down here and said, here you go, Thunderbird, you got a chicken. High energy fun, that's right. 8 minutes remaining now. The final skating period. Sam, the man washing on the inside. The little man, Georgie Fernandez. Fernandez leaped up, missed him a mile. Sam just slowed down a bit. Went right on by him. That's right, it's Sam the man, the action man. Up the Leroy bad boy Gonzalez. Gonzalez throws a high leg kick. He reverses, hits him with the left arm. Right in the jaw, right across the bridge of the nose almost. Got him around the neck now. And Leroy trying to get him down and out of there. Jim, that was too much.
Oh, that's a way to break a neck, Dick.
you say? The picture's really speaking for us right now. There's been a couple of terrific shots down there.
Well, I'll tell you, Dick, you know, we said that the T-Birds are able to coast through this. No way. They picked up 5 New York Bomber points there. The T-Birds are not coasting through this. They've had a rough go at it all the way through because El Fabuloso, Roberto Juarez, that guy has come in here and told E.G. Miller, let this New York Bomber team loose on the T-Birds. Hurt him so that he and El Fabuloso will be able to come through and win this game, the World Series playoffs. And it's all going to happen. It's starting this weekend. So this is the last chance El Fabuloso has for any team to hurt the T-Birds before the World Series weekend starts this weekend.
John Hall has gone on record saying that the Thunderbirds are going to win in 4 straight. But, Jim, it's really rough. Very, very rough to do.
Sure, it's going to be tough to do.
I know you think they can do it. This man here, E.G. Miller, I'm sure he's going to somehow be around with El Fabuloso to cause trouble.
T-Birds can do it if they go in. If they go in, victory.
Look at that guy. What a face. He's got a face like a cow on him out there. 6 minutes and 18 seconds remaining. That's all the time remaining between victory or defeat. The Thunderbirds with a slim 1-point lead, 70-69. That's right. The T-Birds out in front with 6:09 remaining. And, Jim, this has really been some kind of game here tonight. The fans have just been really great. They've been screaming their hearts out, really enjoying the action here for Vital on Saturday night here at the Olympic Auditorium. Ralphie Valadares. Valadares once again gets by the likes of Leroy Bad Boy Gonzalez. 5:51 remaining. The clock ticking away here. And it's Ralphie Valadares, folks. That's right. Ralphie Valadares showing him where his heels are. Up the likes of Leroy Bad Boy Gonzalez. Gonzalez, the back of the pack, would like to stop Ralphie and put a stop to him. Ralphie yelled to somebody off the track. Get up here. He wants John Hall up on the track. Well, they got something cooking. He points up to Leroy. Now John Hall. Now what are they going to do? Into John Hall. Oh, look out. John Hall popped him one. What a team. The Thunderbirds really working together here tonight and pick up 2 more big points. 72-69, the Thunderbirds.
Well, Dick, I'll tell you, the T-Birds have 72. The New York Bombers have 69. There's going to be a lot more action coming up, so hang in there.
Bad, I'm pretty, and can't possibly be beat.
Classic Sports Network, where the legends play.
They sold over 70 million records.
I see the moon rising.
Creedence Clearwater Revival.
737 coming out of the sky. Oh, won't you take me down to Memphis on a midnight ride? I want to move down on the corner.
But this special collection is not in stores. Please order now.
Take me back down a cool water flow, y'all.
Call 1-800-733-8800. Use your credit card or send check or money order for $19.98 for 3 cassettes or $24.98 for 2 CDs, plus $3.50 shipping to Creedence, P.O. Box 339-K, Verona, New Jersey.
He was General Patton of the Gridiron. He commanded his troops to build a football dynasty.
I try to make something from Ohio State football that people can look up to, and believe me, they do.
The Buckeye Bonanza kicks off Saturday when Classic Sports premieres Woody Hayes Football Coach, an inside look at Ohio State football and its legendary leader. Plus, check out 2 Buckeye Classics. It's Buckeye Bonanza, tonight at 6:30 and again at 11, exclusively on Classic Sports Network.
You see those helium-filled balloons right there? They say, go T-Birds, go on them. That's right. The fans enjoying them here tonight. 72-69. The T-Birds out in front by 3 points. What kind of victory? Are they going to get a victory here tonight? Well, we'll find out. There's only 4 minutes and 16 seconds remaining here. Look out. The clock ticks away. Oh, and over the side goes Sam, the man, like a whip over the top of the track. And here comes E.G. Miller. Kicked to the side of the face. And El Fabuloso put the finishing touches off the track to him here. 4 minutes and 4 seconds remaining. The clock continues to move. The Thunderbirds will slim. 3-point lead. Now it's up to Danny Riley to stop the likes of Kenny Saunders. Saunders trying to get by Danny Riley. Now once again, El Fabuloso off the track. Picks up Skinny Minnie with Miller. Throws over. Now Gregory Quinn goes to work on one of the Thunderbirds. Thunderbirds having a tough time. The cycle. They need some help. The cycle. Oh, he rails Kenny Saunders. But 3 points scored by the New York Bombers. The score knotted up at 72 apiece. 72 for the New York Bombers and 72 for the Los Angeles Thunderbirds. And we got some kind of game going on here. Jim McInerney trackside with El Fabuloso.
Well, El Fabuloso Fabuloso is here with me, and LFAB, all the T-Bird fans are saying that the T-Birds are going to be able to take this in 4 straight, the World Series. What do you think, LFAB?
What I think is the T-Birds are talking through their hats again. As far as I'm concerned, the T-Birds are through. The T-Bird dynasty is over. From now on, the Chicago Hawks are the #1 team and will pay every game.
Easier said than done. Back to you, Nick.
Look at that, man. He continues to babble. If you noticed on the left side of his shirt, he had a star. That's right. He says, I am a star. Well, I don't know about that. Look at that. Pretty girl, Laura Gregory with E.G. Miller. Cutie. She says, hi, Mom. Well, look out. These girls, there's something else down there. Some pretty ones. That's for sure. The men will love them. All right, there's 2 minutes and 33 seconds remaining. The score on that up at 72 to 72. That's right. Well, we're going to see what happens very shortly here as the clock's starting to run out. And Dave Martinez tries to work for the back of that pack. Wearing jersey number 1. And Dave Martinez, can he score? Up in front, number 48, Leroy Bad Boy Gonzalez. And Ronnie Psycho Reigns giving away from there to Dave Martinez. Dick Holloway calling for you along with Jim McInerney. High above here in the perch, watching this action as Dave Martinez gets pulled down by Gregory Quinn. Now it's Leroy Bad Boy Gonzalez with Ralph Valadares up in front. Valadares says, come on, Leroy, I'm going to take care of you in less than 2 minutes remaining. Leroy in. Ralph Valadares, the two of them. And look out. One's not up. No, the other one trying to pull away in there with 1 minute and 47 seconds remaining. Leroy need help? Nope, he said, I'm going to do it by myself. Now maybe he wants help now. Who's he going to get over here? It's El Fabuloso. He's got El Fabuloso. He's going to run Ralphie right into him. He slips to the side. And the two run headlong into each other with a head-on crash. No score. Oh, be home high.
Dick, I'll tell you, I told you earlier, this is one of the most exciting games I have ever seen. There's a lot of tactics going on, but the T-Birds are sure coming out of this ahead. What a great, great T-Bird team. And I'll tell you, it's all boiling down next week, and it's going to start the World Series. It's coming up, and look out, El Fabuloso. If you make dumb mistakes like that, the T-Birds are going to win it in 4 straight. 1 minute and 7 seconds. This weekend, it all takes place.
I want to ask you one more time, Jim, as we watch the likes of E.G. Miller, El Fabuloso, and John Hall. Do you really sincerely believe the Thunderbirds can win it in 4 straight?
If the T-Birds can get to it injury-free, I think they have a darn good chance, Dick.
Well, look at that. John Hall just took care of 4 of them, along with the likes of Ronnie Psycho Reigns. If they can continue to act like that, these Thunderbirds are definitely going to be tough. Well, the score's not up at 72 apiece. We're running out of time, Jim. Only 38 seconds remaining. Let's see what happens now. Is Ronnie Psycho Reigns going to put on a helmet? Will it be Danny Riley? Will it be Ralphie Valadares? Or Frank Emmanuel, the likes of the Sam Washington? Who's it going to be? The crowd yelling, go, go, go. 28 seconds remaining. 27, 26. Look at the crowd all standing up. The balloons, the chicken. They're all happy here. Look out. Here we go. The crowd. They're all standing up on their feet now. 18 seconds remaining. And here he comes. The likes of Frank Emmanuel. 14 seconds remaining. 72 to 72. All lining up. There's 10 seconds remaining. 9 seconds remaining. 8 seconds. Here comes quick with the backside. James Scott. To the New York Bombers. Just 5 seconds. 4, 3. And he goes right on by him. And he scores. And that's all it takes. 1 point. 1 point. And the Thunderbirds pull it out here. 73 to 72.
Yes, indeed. We'll be right back with a big wrap-up interview, so hang in there.
I think a quarterback has got to have an arrogant quality about him because he's going to get shot at by so many people. And if he's paranoid, then he'll never make it.
I never believed in turning the other cheek. I feel that off the field, that after you've played a game with someone and competed as hard as you could against them, you can be as nice as you want to with them. But on that field, he's your enemy.
When you work hard at something and you accomplish the goal, which is to win the biggest game and to play well to do it, it's a feeling that it still stays with me. I still remember that first Super Bowl, and it still brings back great feelings.
Being the leader, I guess, being the leader and in total charge of everything that's happening on that football field from an offensive standpoint was my responsibility, and it was fun.
Johnny Bench, Paul Silas, Franco Harris, John Havlicek, Rayford Johnson, Pete Rose, Pete Maravich, Bob Seagren, Bobby Mercer, Paul Blair, Greg Pruitt, Mike Hargrove, Steve Garvey, Jerry Quarry, Lynn Swan, Lou Brock, Steve Smith, Stan Smith, Elvin Hayes, Reggie Jackson, Ahmad Rashad, Jean-Claude Keeley, Johnny Unitas, Rod Laver, Earl the Pearl Monroe, Franz Palmer, Dave Kingman, Gene Tennis, Bobby Rigby, Smoke, and Joe Frazier.
Well, I'll tell you, this had to have been the most exciting game I have ever seen in my life, and the T-Birds were just barely able to pull it out, but you did. You weren't able to coast in this one at all, were you, John?
No, we had to keep our backs. We had our backs to the wall. But luckily, with a spark plug like Ralphie Valadares, Ronnie Raines, and Danny Riley, and all the great T-Bird guys and girls, they proved once and for all that we are champions. And the same as we proved against the Bombers, when we go up against El Fabuloso's team, the Chicago Hawks, we're going to try and prove that the experts, they're saying that we should win it in 4 straight games. We're going to try our very best to prove that they're not wrong. It's hard to win 4 straight games, but with the motivation of what the fans have given us and the way Ralphie and Danny and Debbie Heldman and Colleen Morrell, and they're all skating, I'm positive that we can do it.
Are you positive we can go 4 straight with the T-Birds?
Those are sweet words, and I hope that they come true because, listen, John and everyone else knows that we have won many, many championships, and it's not an easy thing to do, especially with this team. They do have a good team. It's a tough team. Juarez somehow or another has got them to the point where they are also, so we got to give them credit. The one thing we do, whether we like him or not, he does have a good team, but I think we have a better team. I think that the fans are behind us all the way, and therefore we have to win all the way. And so I think the experts are right.
I think you have one extra added +2 going for you. The 3rd game is going to be hosted down in San Diego, and you got a lot of T-Bird fans down in San Diego.
That's true. It's our first visit to San Diego in a long time, and that's a very important game. But this weekend is the most important weekend because if we can start out this weekend winning both those games, we'll take number 3 in San Diego and wrap it up here at the Olympic Auditorium.
Well, let's see what Roberto Juarez and Miss Georgia Haas have to say about this weekend, the start of the World Series. Are the T-Birds going to take it 4 straight, or the Hawks going to do it? What's going to happen?
The funny thing about it is the T-Birds always say, well, we'll win 1 or we'll win 2 or whatever, and they think just because they see a couple of drops of rain that it's going to be a big rainstorm. Well, I've got news for you. It's going to be a drought for the Thunderbirds. The Thunderbird dynasty is over, and from now on, the Chicago Hawks are in season.
What about it, Miss Georgia Haas?
It will not happen. I've told you a dozen times the T-Birds will not take 4 straight. They will not be the champions. The Hawks will be the champions. We have too many brains put together, too much experience. The Hawks will be the champions, and there is nothing more to be said about it.
Well, Miss Georgia Haas and Roberto Juarez, you saw a very strong T-Bird team out here tonight. Aren't you a little bit nervous?
Are you kidding? With 2 old men out there, we got John Hall, Ralphie Valadares, we got Ronnie Raines out there, Danny Riley, who must weigh at least a ton. Who are we afraid of? We're not afraid of anything. I've got stars on my team. I've got Harold Jackson, Neil Chambers, Peggy Fowler.
Sure, well, thank you very much, but we're going to take this right to Dick Holloway.
Well, you saw them do it tonight. Well, the Thunderbirds have the spirit. They have fan support. Lots of enthusiasm. Can they win in 4 straight? The experts say so. John Hall says so. El Fabuloso says no. Well, we'll find out whether the Thunderbirds or the T-Birds or the